Thank you so much. That was delicious. Our next reader is Shelby Newsom. Shelby is a poet entering her second year in the MFA program at Texas State University. When she's not wrestling with poems, she likes to entertain friends with witticisms and good food. The richness of life for her involves collecting passport stamps and old records, uncorking a good bottle of wine, making a home out of the wilderness, and cuddling with her pup Rosie. Mint chocolate chip ice cream is the chink in her armor. Shelby.
Hey everyone, thanks for coming out today. I'm so excited to be a part of this event. It's a really great cause. All right, The Hive. How do you pull back night's dark curtain? Obscurity washes over your face and hands a suspicion. We are different in this absence of light, powerfully illuminated but lost. The night sky is full of bats and their terrible sound. In the shade of the moon, her insides buzz like a hive of worker bees. Does her touch sting? Does her skin sing? She lights her last cigarette. There is room to breathe, room between two bodies compelled by shadow. Turn back the clock face in the sky. Before you met her, to the moment you held uncertainty. You say it was painful, but the weather is growing colder now, and the hive is dying off. Beekeepers are no longer collecting honey. What have you lost? If you only knew the ache of winter's end, when the only way to begin again is to brush away the stiff bodies that carried the essential. Even in decay, these mysterious waxed walls hum survival. Porchlight confession. His mouth reminds me of the woody taste of a peach. It doesn't end like I think it will, with ash on his fingers, me snuffed out in the sheets. It ends with the musk of wet blossoms under the magnolia tree, with me leaning into the night in a silk robe. I flick my cigarette over the railing, watch it fly through tangled tree branches. He lifts another from his pack, starts talking about the war. I picture him kicking up dust, playing football with a few Iraqi boys. Then sky erupts with smoke, more casualties. He takes a hold of my shoulders, causing my robe to slip open a little. I count on my hand the number of men I've held with some form of tenderness or regret. The number of men who have fucked me dissolves into the language of salt and rosewater. I know so little about war. I know only bodies. Later that night, he returns to my side, clutching the handle of a wide-toothed comb, not knowing. I stare at the ceiling fan for a long time. How impossible that a man and a woman can touch. Girl streaming with want. Your body is saccharine, devoted to the taste of your skin in another's mouth. Gathering sweetness requires labor. From the moment of harvest, we begin to decay. Must I remind you how we too are living organisms, consuming oxygen too quickly, bound to synthesize and grow soft as fruit? Call on the tide for sincerity. The earth desires to be close to another body during some seasons. The laden branch bends to gravity. Sugar will always dissolve on our tongues. We cannot stop the fall. under pressure. I think of you today, this cold weather, like waiting, a glass ceiling. Do you remember the morning my shadow stood at the train station, holding my belongings, our bodies just stirring in bed, head on your chest, hair a streaming current? We were tangled and could be poured like honey, I swear, or the afternoon. At our coffee shop, I held the poems of another's loved one on my knee, ordered a latte. How unlikely to keep waiting, growing colder, wanting only black coffee, your sheets, but it was too late. I should have known you'd call later, voice crystallized by want. Every day is waiting, a long string of white knuckles threaded on black ink, mouths unspooling, words unfolding, torn apart. I took the pieces, made a stained glass window of your body, standing by the whisper of a train pulling out. Your body now steam, your body now colder, could be poured afternoon. I held you on my knee, dipped in ink. I should have known your voice, wanted your body, was crystallized. Your body was black sound. Knuckles threaded your body, unfolding, broken window, your body, glass, collecting my body, always a current, streaming. I only want to be stirred, pulled out, threaded, unspooled, and poured into longing. For honey, your voice, I am waiting. Stinging confession. Silence is a wax home. Tell me it's temporary. The pages have been torn away, but the slant of your writing edges into my mind. I feel absent, surrounded by people who strive too hard for overtone. I dig into them to find you, to melt their words on my tongue. I discover how it is always summer here. The bees nudge against my legs, distressed I didn't plant basil or thyme or lavender this year. On the other side of my window screen, I hear the tiny instrument of wings most mornings. I have a boy now. He burns for me sometimes, when the sound of ice cracking on Lake Erie does not split his mind. I find my body sometimes aching for your words on wire, the heavy language of missing you. Do you know, they all want me, in print, in composition, even the curve of my body in a new dress. It's true. They seem to say, here is the life you asked for. There's a park near the university a river runs through. I never told you, the poet who keeps stars apart sleeps at the bottom of the river, green and glistening. You would not believe that I put him there. This is my last one. Girl who steams in a new dress. What melts on your tongue is temporary. Your body swells honeycomb. Sing instrumental cause. You will always ache for labor and fear the moment hunger dissolves. Feel your edges, open your tender mouth. Thank you.